It's in my username. It's just
Is it ZB
ZB
Sweat?
Sweat. Yeah,
Just that?
yeah.
I bet I'm gonna watch your shorts or
No,
videos,
you
whatever you
you
got.
shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that
Why?
because they're bad. You know,
Okay,
like I'm
if you
not really
say
good.
so. I can hear him.
Oh, no, I can.
He said you shouldn't watch his shorts
Yeah, because
or
they're like
videos.
bad.
How bad?
Like like bad being like not well um like made, like not edited at all or anything.
It doesn't stop me from watching.
Oh, what the fuck?
Dang.
I'm just kidding.
20, 30. It's 37. 100. I'm getting beamed. On me, full squad.
Then why am I rushing?
I don't want that crown.
Yeah, where are you rushing, buddy?
Forgot this is on builds. I don't have a shotgun.
Yo,
Wait.
somebody want that crown?
Why am I spawning at the loot late? Okay, get no.
What?
There's 2 crowns
Oh,
over
it
here.
came around me, bro.
Why is his pistol low key actually good? I have an epic hyper burst.
You mean blue?
No, it's purple.
Oh.
A blue hyper burst.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said blue.
I said blue.
And then you just said blue, but you meant purple.
Yeah, actually though, Hyperburst is actually pretty good.
It's good close range.
Yeah, not the best far range though.
Yeah.
You could probably use it
I
for
got something stuck
something
in my
long
throat.
range.
Yo, Coaster and Bryson, come here. I got
No,
Flowberry Fizz.
Coaster.
I got Flowberry Riz.
Coaster
Yeah, he
isn't
is.
in
Oh, yo,
He isn't
by the
in
way,
party.
no, he's not. And by the
No,
way,
he isn't
bro,
in party. What?
what we do, we just get heals in camp for endgame.
Should we?
I don't think that's the best idea. I don't like camping, you know? Like, I
Well,
think it's like
till
boring.
endgame.
Yo,
That's
hold
what,
up. I have a good idea. I can open the
No, I
exact same
dropped that
chest.
hyper burst
I
over
can-
there.
I
if
can
anybody
open
wants
the
it.
exact same chest where I got
Oh, bro,
Where you
he's got a
got what?
gold pump. He's got a gold
where I
pump.
Okay. Got
where I
Spaz.
where I got my Brutus's minigun a few matches
Do
ago.
y'all have a sniper
No,
ammo?
He's on the
somebody
house.
already opened the chest.
Guys, I'm rushing this full squad, okay? No. They're going that way.
You know what I did yesterday, Bryson?
What?
Dude.
I killed a kid out the air with a sniper.
No.
Nice, bro.
It was a no scope as well.
I'm lurking up on someone.
No, bro, I need help. This
Are y'all
guy's actually
fighting?
so weird. No, I'm not fighting. I'm just
Bro, these
running.
kids are bush camping.
I need sniper ammo.
Bro, I have
Ain't
the best
no
camp
way.
spot.
Cracked?
No, I'm stuck.
Chat, we're
What?
running. We're running
There's-
after we just cracked someone.
Hold up, guys.
Top
I have
six,
porta
top
bunks.
six.
Porta bunks.
Why is this stupid spiral rifle take so long to reload? 52 dead on the roof. 90 on the roof. 90 on that kid.
My last RPG shot.
I'm rushing with you.
No, my gold.
Ain't no way, bro. I thought there was 2. Ain't no 3.
Yo,
You're
mythic
honestly
shockwave
crazy.
hammer.
No, no, no! I lost my gold spaz.
Guys,
Wait,
help
no,
me.
you got gold spaz.
No, but I hear the mythic shockwave hammer.
Dead? No, he's not dead. Guys, help me. Help me.
I
They're not
need
helping.
sniper ammo.
Wait, guys, we gotta go help him. We
Guys,
gotta
help
go
me.
help him. Noah, help
Where?
him. I can get my
Are they
gold
in the
spaz
bush?
back.
No, they're back here.
Oh,
I
did you
think
take
he's
my porta
rezzing,
bunks?
but I knocked one.
I bet I'm
To
rushing.
gatekeeper, I
Yeah,
need that.
I'm rushing you, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Ain't no way.
They're so weird, bro. Both of them were just in there, and
There's
then
3.
one of them.
There's 3 kids in here. I suggest RPGing.
Yeah, one of them just snuck in there.
Bro, there's 3 kids in there. Don't rush that.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Oh my gosh, I almost did a headshot snipe on one.
Almost.
If I hit that, that would have been crazy.
No, you realize you have 4.56 ammo.
No, I'm 459.
You can use 3.
15? 15 again?
I have 456 ammo now.
Oh my gosh! There's a little you dude with
Oh, 105,
Mythic Mammoth.
105.
I found a guy with Mythic Mammoth. Mythic Mammoth, dude.
Mythic Mammoth and Shockwave Hammer.
Wait, where?
Wait,
Bryson
Mythic
said
Mammoth by where I
he
died.
heard somebody, like he saw somebody with the Mythic Mammoth, and I heard Shockwave
Yeah,
Hammer.
he double
Bro,
pumped
I
with
just saw the
Mythic Mammoth.
shockwave hammer. I just saw the shockwave hammer.
Bro,
Kids at the bridge.
bro,
I need
bro,
snipe ammo. I need snipe ammo.
bro,
Be quiet.
bro,
Be quiet.
bro.
Be quiet.
I don't have to.
Yes, you did.
I do not, Jacob Coster.
Dead?
You're super cool, Wrexham.
No, is that Coster? Oh, guys, I basically just got my purple spaz back.
Guys,
Coster
on me.
Inc. rules.
I need snipe ammo.
Ain't no
need
way I got
sniper
2
ammo.
shotguns, bro.
Coster Inc. rules.
Who needs sniper ammo?
Me, I'm right here. I'm right next to you. I'm right next to you.
Wait,
never knew what
guys,
those
I
things
basically
are.
just got my spaz
These
back. I got a
things?
purple one.
I never knew what they
The
were.
heavy.
That's what they do.
Aw, 30 white.
And then if you don't run at them at max
Dead?
speed, then they
Dead?
will
Nice.
just normal. Like see what if I do block, it's just gonna send you right over.
Right, play your game. Don't leave your teammates hanging.
Behind that tree. Behind the tree.
Yeah, I'm 1 health. Exactly.
No,
Who
yeah,
needed
there's kids
sniper
on me
ammo? Who
behind the
needed
tree.
sniper ammo? Who needed sniper ammo?
No, I have 23.
Bro,
No,
get
they're
over here. We're
reverse
fighting.
spraying. These kids are so
I killed one.
weird. These kids are so weird, bro.
Oh,
I
you
need
need-
help. I need help.
Do you need help? Do you
I
need
I'm
need
help?
coming.
help.
I'm coming.
Somebody.
I'm here.
I've got double pump mammoth.
I got
I've
a
got double
mammoth.
pump mammoth.
Oh,
you got
wait.
double
On the hill
mammoth?
over there.
Yeah, I got double mammoth. Double epic mammoth. So awesome.
Top 4.
Yo, hyperburst. Let's go.
In the air.
All right.
28 in the air.
I would expect you're hearing that chocolate hammer. Dun. I mean, he just smashed
On
that
this hill?
snug.
I need
Bill.
help. I have no heals. I have no heals.
That kid just
I don't
got
have any bunkers. We need bunkers.
Yo, Fluff is right here.
On
Bro,
me,
I feel real
guys.
almost just got headshotted. Ah! Oh
I'm
my
sorry,
gosh,
Bryson. I have to leave.
bro.
Bro, just
I have a purple space.
Wait, guys, don't land in the trees. What are you doing? I'm landing in a different tree.
No, you should have
Guys, why
stayed
did
in
we
the
land in
tree.
trees?
So
I'm in
you
a
can
bush
stay
now.
alive.
Why the heck did we land in trees, bro? Wait, there's a kid under me.
Coster.
I'm just staying in this tree, low-key.
Noah, you might be cooked. They know your exact spot in there. Wait, should I third party?
Yes.
Yeah, be a third party.
Shoot the tree.
No, don't shoot the tree. I'm in the tree.
Ooh, purple hyperburst.
Nice. There's a kid right there.
One more second. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Bro, this
I'm
kid is
back.
so weird,
Man,
bro.
you know it.
I know, but they are kind of weird just for spray.
For real, bro.
Guys, I'm currently
It's the
Risen.
guys with shockwave hammer.
Ain't no way. Get out.
No, they got the shockwave hammer.
Ain't no way you got the shockwave hammer, bro.
I can
On me, guys. Mystic Mammoth on me.
I rebooted.
Mystic Mammoth kid on me.
I would
This kid's
expect
fast.
there to be a
You know
shockwave
him?
hammer in.
Yo, can
I
I
would
get
expect
that?
there to be a
What?
shockwave hammer.
Guys,
in
get on. Get to me. Get to me. No. No. I'm dead.
Bro, I'm getting beamed out of the air.
Wait.
I'm literally
Wait,
getting beamed.
how did you
Oh
end up with
my
5
god! This kid killed me, bro. I got the best loot in the game.
Bro, how'd you end up with
Bro.
1 HP? It was
I got
5
double
tick.
teamed.
I had the best
Oh my
loot in the game.
gosh.
Wait, it was a 5 tick? How did I,
I
get
just
to
got
1 HP?
double teamed.
It was 5 tick and you were
brother.
1 HP.
Exactly. And I was at 5 and then I was in the storm. How does that
Guys, how did I only get
Bronze
bronze
too.
1?
Good game,
I got 2.
guys. I'm gold 3.
Wait, add him and invite him.
Oh my god. Ain't no way, bro. This kid is a big Mac. Ain't no way, bro. Alright, chat. Bro, what the heck is this? 2D? What is that from? Is it from like a show or something? Yo, anyone got a mic? Yo, it's good GR edits. It's gold 3. Can you hear me? Type in chat if you can hear me. Ain't no way, bro. IP address is crazy. Hiking. $31 white in there. Alright, bro.
Guys, here are 5 things that you should never search up on TikTok. I'm being dead ass. Stay away from searching these, alright? Because you will be disgusted and you will see things that should not be allowed on TikTok. But anyways, let's get started. The first one is beach. Now imagine what happens on a specific. Why does the Avon lady walk funny? Guys, here are
La la la.
Mr. Capri, the new head of music. Is this the same as Adora Capri, who completed her first classical album Wolfhowl at the age of 10? I didn't realize I had any fans left. I've always been fascinated by child prodigies. Their focus, talent, the unrelenting quest for excellence. Luckily, I was able to break free before it suffocated me. I thought teaching was the purview for those who can't. Well, I was inspired by a group of young people who saved their school in the face of overwhelming odds. I decided it was time to give back to my own community. We have our work cut out for us. My hand's a little stiff. No, your hand wasn't the problem. Your pain was the only thing that made your performance interesting. Did you know Prokofiev was a chess master? That's why his concertos are so deceptively cunning. He wants you to feel the notes, not anticipate them. I'm not looking for lessons. I play for my own fulfillment. And yet, music doesn't seem to fulfill you. Stop trying to control it. You have to succumb to its beautiful chaos. I cause chaos. I don't succumb to it. He thought I was your hero? I'm not. I always played dirty and I never tried fair. The only side I want is my own. The only place I'll lead you is on the foot. So do not put me on a pedestal, because I will burn it down. What the hell are you doing? I never agreed to this. You're a torpedo after the rest of us? You're my best friend, but can you be a little less wiggly? This is supposed to be our best year ever.
What are you doing? Get up and run.
this painting, and my vision of Enid's death. They all have a certain one eye utterly burning copper. Lurch, need to make a stop. Kelvin! Kelvin? Are you lurking somewhere in this furless moment? I don't have time for one of your drunken sneakers. Need you to tell me about your case.
Mom, you come lay down with me? You. Lily, come on. No, come on. Get your shirt and your socks and go downstairs and get packed for tomorrow. And then get in the shower. Lily, come on.
I didn't take his phone. Then why are you questioning me? Kelvin's son Tyler is a psychopath who hates his father. Who's to say he didn't orchestrate this whole thing? Question your daughter, Mr. Adams? You can sit back there, quietly.
Lily, come on.
I saw Melvin yesterday. He was working on a case, asked me to wait out. You need to pack her trunks and take her back.
Alright, here you go. So on Wednesday, there's a pack of killer crows.
And a Chromebook?
And there's always this one crow with one eye. That's, Mom. Uh, there is the Chromebook. And there's always this one-eyed crow in the scene, and they pick out the people's eyes.
Oh, okay.
Did I say? Actually, I'm not had to lay down with me.
You have both your glasses cases?
Yeah.
Okay. So
They're
hopefully,
in the desk right there.
okay. Hopefully we'll get your glasses.
Yeah.
Let me call it tomorrow and say what the deal. It's been 2 weeks. I'll call tomorrow and say, hey, what's up, buddy?
Have you ever had a police officer get scared or something? Like entering a house
Yep.
or something?
See a lot of unknowns when you kick a door and you don't know what's on the other side. They respond to alarm runs. And nowadays, an alarm at a business is closed, and the business owner is at home, but they got security cameras and they're watching it at home. And they tell us where the guy is in the building. They say, oh, he's in the freezer. He's heading towards the back door, because we'll surround the building and then we know where he's moving. So that's a lot better nowadays. It used to be.
You would just have to charge it.
You just surround the building and then just kick a door and go in there and look for him. With all this technology today, it's a lot better than it used to be. A lot more. You know a lot more information going into it than you used to.
Yeah, like when you go into a run, all you know is someone's robbing a house.
Right. All you know is the basics back in the old days. We're in progress. That's all you know. But now you've got.
Like you gotta say like, is there hostages?
Right. And hopefully the homeowners like hide in the closet and give us details, stuff like that.
Yeah, if someone breaks into your house, like, where are you hiding?
Maybe a bathroom or a closet. See, the bathroom's got a lock on it. Closet doesn't. So unless the bedroom's got a lock on it, then I'd get in the closet inside the bedroom. Because you can lock the bedroom door. Of course,
My bedroom doesn't have a thing at all. But there's one that you can just push.
yeah.
Are intruders usually just looking through your cabinets instead of like going in and killing people?
Yeah, they're looking for a quick steal, like a wallet or a purse or maybe a TV, something quick to steal. Like a TV, they go pawn it at a pawn shop and try to get $50 for drugs or whatever. Or jewelry, stuff like that. They use people. Use that to get people. That's what I like to do when people aren't home. When they are home, it's called home invasion robbery because they're getting when they're home. But they used to hurt the people, they look at stuff.
What if you say, I'll show you where all the jewelry is? Like if they come up to you with like a knife or a gun.
Yeah, say, hey, my life's more important than my jewelry. Take my jewelry. I get insurance. Take my wife too. Can't cook.
I hate how people are so gullible to like kidnappers. They say like, give me $50,000 or I'll kill your dad. Like they're not gonna kill him because they need the money.
Well,
It's crazy. All they're looking for is money, 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 money. Are most robberies like just crappy gas stations?
yeah, business robbers, check cashing places. Let's say you don't have a bank account because you're a turd and the bank won't give you one because you keep overdrawing your account.
What is that?
You don't have enough money in your account, but you keep writing checks. So then they've invented these places called check cashing businesses. They will cash it for you, like $100 check, but they're taking $20 to do it. So it costs you $20 to cash 100.
Just cash the check yourself.
Because you can't, because you don't have a bank, because you screwed
Oh,
it up.
but if you do have a bank.
Then you have the bank. Yeah, then you put it in the bank.
Oh, okay.
So then take it out. Then it costs you
Oh,
nothing.
that's dumb.
Yeah, check cashing places are shitholes. Pawn shops have a lot of cash on hand. Oh, you like this one. Some Mexican and Chinese restaurants don't trust the police. So they keep their money under the cash register, like in a bucket.
I don't think that's.
So the robbers go in, robbers know this, so they'll go in at the very end of the night, like at 5 minutes till 10, rob the place, and that bucket's full of money because they haven't taken it to the back to hide it in the safe yet. Because the people don't trust the banks. If you trust the bank, you'll make a bank run at 5 o'clock before the bank closes. That way you'll have half a day's receipts, money still in
You
it.
said they don't like the police.
They don't like the banks. I mean, they don't trust banks. Because in Mexico and certain Asian countries, the banks are very good.
You like give them a credit card information and then just steal it.
Or it's not very good. Not very good. Probably not too easy.
That's what, like, I've seen stories where the pizza delivery people,
Mm-hmm.
like, you don't pay ahead of time
You don't.
and you swipe your card and the card
Oh yeah, I'd be
and
careful.
they steal your information.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's why they always talk nowadays about not using your debit card because the debit card takes the money out of your checking account right now and pays for something, like a CVS or whatever. If yours is a dispute and you want your money back, you got to go to CVS and get it back. If you use a credit card, like I got my Carnival MasterCard, and you dispute with MasterCard, and they go research CVS and try to get your money back. They do it
How
for you.
would they try to?
They just deny CVS the payment until they cooperate and say, hey, what the hell? They just don't pay CVS. So you've got 60 days to protest any payment on the credit card. You have no days to protest a payment on a debit card. The money comes out right away.
Or if you pay in cash.
That's good too.
Yeah. I feel like cash is being used less and less.
It is. It's hard to buy something from Europe with cash.
Yeah, because they use like.
You don't mail cash to Europe and mail it back, you know. So you use your credit card, then you got 60 days to file a grievance if you don't like it.
And then credit card automatically converts the money like a debit card.
Right. And then at the end of the month, they send you a bill and say, this month you charged, $2,000 worth of stuff. You can pay it all off, which you should do. So you don't pay any interest, or you can pay $1,000 or $500 or whatever. They give you a minimum you got to pay. But then you pay an interest rate on what's left over. Let's say it's 10% interest rate, and you've got a $1,000 bill, so you got to pay $100 a month just in interest on $1,000.
That's basically.
That's why you pay it off. Like our credit card, I pay it off every month.
Dang.
We have zero interest rate.
It's like our monthly.
It's all about 2,000, a little over sometimes. We went to Amsterdam, it was a little more because I bought some food and trinkets and stuff like that. It's usually about 2,000.
2,000 isn't bad.
No.
Especially because you use your credit card for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I don't use my debit card hardly at all anymore. Mom does. Like for Kroger and all that stuff, but I know.
Yes, not for a fact.
I got my phone on. Melissa!
I'll say.
Okay.
Mom! Look!
This is Bonham. Recorded Books presents Hot Mess by Jeff Kincaid. Narrated by Ramon Giochinto. June. Monday. My dad's always saying you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family. And even though I get his meaning, it doesn't exactly make me want to share a bowl of popcorn with him. He's right about family, because the second you're born, you're automatically meeting people you never asked to be a part of. The moment your parents bring you home, you meet a bunch of strangers with balloons shouting,
He did have a
"It's a
regular
balloon!" In fact, when you're born, a bunch of stuff has already been decided for you, like
During your 7 paragraphs like
even
today?
what language you'll speak. And since you can't actually talk yet, you can't tell the people taking care of you that mushed up prunes and carrots are a bad combination.
I found this trick where you can just type a bunch of words
But even though I was only able to
and
start
then like highlight them in blue
I did
and
not
then turn them white. So it's
The first
invisible.
thing you learn as
And
a
then it
kid
gives you
is that
extra words.
grown-ups are the ones
But
in
I
charge.
would only do
And the
that
second
for
thing you
like
learn
20
is
or
that they
30
don't
words
always
so they
make
don't
the
know
best
this.
decisions.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, you
For
should.
example,
You're
the
good. You're
time
smart
I
enough to
happened to
write.
sit on the Easter Bunny's lap,
Yeah, no,
even
but
though
I
it's
was
tough to,
saying,
You can't do extras if you want to. If the word's like a 500-word paper, you only got
find out that the
450.
people in charge of
It's
you
by about like
ask people who are in
500.
charge of them.
Right.
At least that's the way it is in my family. Where grandma's
I
the one
could
who
just
calls the
add
shots.
words. I got 700.
She has so much power just by looking at her. She seems like a very nice lady who is always baking for us.
2,855 characters without spaces.
Cookies. There's actually a whole story to how Grandma became the head of our family. When my great-grandmother Nima passed away, someone needed to step up to take her place as our leader. But since Grandma was the youngest of 4 sisters, it didn't look like she'd be the one to take over the family. But then something happened that changed all that. For Easter brunch one year, Grandma made a pot of meatballs, and everyone went crazy for them. Great Uncle Herman declared that Grandma was the best cook in the family. Everybody else agreed, which I'm sure was hard for her older sisters. The way it works in my family is that if you're the best cook, you get to host the big holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas. But Grandma's older sisters all live far away, and they don't like to travel on holidays. So, Great Aunt Lou came up with a special recipe of her own to try and one-up Grandma. But she just couldn't top Grandma's meatballs. Care for some spinach dip? Great Aunt Lou said as she plopped it on our plates. Ever since Grandma introduced her special meatballs, everyone's been trying to get her to tell them the secret recipe. But Grandma's no dummy. She knows that giving it up would be giving up her power. So, she just tells everybody that her meatballs only have one ingredient, and it's love. Nobody seems satisfied with that answer, though. And lately, a few of my aunts have been trying to steal the recipe. Last Christmas, Aunt Gretchen tried to sneak away with a few meatballs so she could take them to a lab and get them analyzed for their ingredients. The only reason she didn't get away with it was because Grandma's dog, Sweetie, sniffed them out before she could get to her car. And Sweetie can bark really loud. Then one night, Aunt Audra came to stay with Grandma and hid her phone in a kitchen cabinet so she could record Grandma making a batch of meatballs. But Grandma discovered the phone and put it in the garbage disposal. Everybody's always telling Grandma her recipe is so good, she should open a restaurant and make a pile of money. My Aunt Veronica is a businesswoman, and she even came up with a plan for a whole chain of restaurants that would serve Grandma's meatballs. The tagline would be, "From my kitchen to yours." But Grandma shut that idea down by saying that you can't get a real home-cooked meal in a restaurant, and her meatballs were only for the family. I don't mean to sound harsh or anything, but I hope Grandma shares her recipe with someone in the family soon, because she isn't getting any younger. In fact, she just moved out of her house and into an assisted living center a few miles away. Mom says Grandma's happy there because she's with people of her age and they have lots of activities. But I sure hope my kids don't try and ship me off to a place like that when I'm old, because I'm actually looking forward to being a burden to my children. I like to imagine they'll take me on outings like bowling well into my old age, even when I can barely feed the ball down the lane anymore. Grandma's turning 75 soon, and my mom and her sisters told Grandma they wanted to throw a big party for her birthday. But Grandma says she doesn't want anyone to go to any trouble for her, and she doesn't have the energy for a party like that anymore. Then Grandma said what would make her really happy is if everyone else went to Ruddy Neck Island, where the family used to vacation back when Mom and her sisters were kids. Grandma said the only gift she wanted was a photo of the whole family on the beach with the old lighthouse in the background, like the picture she keeps in her apartment. I guess Mom and her sisters couldn't say no to Grandma's birthday request because they feel too guilty. So, just like that, everybody's summer plans got turned upside down, which proves Grandma is the one pulling the strings in our family. I'm not looking forward to this trip, though, because I'm not really a beach person. But Mom says we'll make happy family memories, and she even booked the same house they stayed in as kids to make the vacation extra special. From the picture, the beach house looks a little small to me, and there are a whole lot more people in the family now than there were when Mom and her sisters were young. But what I'm really nervous about is the combination of people going on vacation together. Mom and her sisters only see each other a few times a year. There's a reason for that. Whenever they're together, all they do is fight. And sometimes it gets so bad between them that Grandma has to step in to break things up. So I want to say for the record that this whole trip is a bad idea. The way I see it, a family vacation is like a recipe, and some ingredients just don't mix. Tuesday. Mom's been trying to get me and my brothers excited by showing us old photo albums from her family vacations on Ruddy Neck Island. But every so often, there's a page where something was cut out of a picture. Mom explained that if one of my aunts dated some boy and they broke up, Grandma would cut them out of the photo. That's because she feels like family photo albums are only for family. All of a sudden, something I always used to wonder about made sense. When I was little, I found an envelope stuffed with cutouts of teenagers, and I never knew who they were. I'd play with them like they were action figures, and I created these crazy storylines for each character. Tell me where you're hiding the secret plans. I'm not giving them up without a fight. Then prepare to meet your doom. The last time Mom's family went to Ruddy Neck Island, she and her sisters were in high school. Aunt Katie must have had a boyfriend that summer because there were a bunch of pictures of her next to someone who'd been cut out. But when I asked Mom about Aunt Katie's boyfriend, she said it was a long time ago and she couldn't remember anything about it. I guess Grandma got sick of cutting ex-boyfriends out of photos because eventually she made a rule that you're not allowed to be in family pictures unless you've officially married in. And that's a little awkward for Vincent, who's been dating Aunt Katie for 6 years, but always has to stand behind the camera when we take our family photos. We learned our lesson about this kind of thing by taking too many pictures of Noah, who dated Aunt Veronica for a while. Everybody in the family loved Noah, and he was front and center in a lot of our pictures. In fact, a couple of times, he even made it into our family newsletter that Grandma mails out every year. The Family Follies. Noah does it again. Promoted to regional manager. Unfortunately, it didn't work out between Noah and Aunt Veronica, so he vanished from the family newsletter. And that made things kind of awkward whenever our family would run into someone who was on the mailing list, because they'd ask things like, "Hey, any updates on that fella?" But what was even more awkward was when Grandma found out Noah still had a T-shirt from our family reunion, and she went to his gym to make him give it back. I think Vincent's planning on proposing to Aunt Katie one day, and he knows he needs to get Grandma's blessing first. He's been working hard to impress her, but I can tell she's going to milk this as long as she can. After all, he is mowing her lawn. To be honest, I really don't understand why Vincent's so eager to be a part of our family. In fact, if he wants my slot, I'd be happy to just hand it to him. And I don't know if there are lawyers or paperwork involved in that kind of a deal, but I'd be willing to do whatever it takes to get this thing done. Wednesday. Even though I'm not looking forward to spending a week at the beach with my family, there's one thing I am excited about doing, and that's going out to eat. Mom says Ruddy Neck Island has a bunch of restaurants, and I'm planning on eating at a different one every night. At home, we almost never go out to eat, and when we do, it's almost always to a family-style restaurant like Corny's. So I'm looking forward to going to a restaurant where they don't use a garden hose to clean off your table. Whoosh. It would also be nice to go to a place where you eat off a plate instead of from a bucket. But I'm kind of worried about how my family might behave at a classy restaurant. Because the last time we ate at a fancy place, it didn't go well. We went out for dinner to celebrate Mom getting her master's degree, and the restaurant had white linen tablecloths. But my family is used to going to places like Corny's, where the tablecloths are made of paper, and you can draw on them with crayons and markers. And before anyone realized what he was doing, men had covered his end of the table with drawings. I guess those fancy tablecloths are expensive, because the restaurant made my parents pay for it. But Mom decided that if we had to pay for the tablecloth, that meant we owned it. So we took it home with us. And now we pull it out every time we have a special meal. But whenever one of my cousins comes to our house, they write on the tablecloth. And the last time Aunt Gretchen's family came to visit, one of her twins wrote a bad word in 6-inch letters in permanent marker. And that made Mom scream and drop the food. The thing with the tablecloth never would have happened if the members of my family just knew how to act civilized. My friend Rowley's family eats at the country club at least once a week, so they know how you're supposed to act at a fancy restaurant. But when the Jeffersons invited me to come along with them one time, I had no idea how you were supposed to behave in a place like that. First of all, I'm used to going to places where there are pictures of the different menu items, and you just point at what you want to order. But at the country club, there weren't any pictures, and the menu was all in French. So when Rowley ordered, "Je veux prendre saumon and papillon, merci," I thought it sounded kind of goofy. The restaurant also had expensive silverware, and there was a different type of fork for each course, which seemed a little silly to me. I'm just glad we're living in a time where the fork is what we use to eat, because it wasn't all that long ago that people actually used daggers to feed themselves. It's stressful enough in the cafeteria at my school without kids stabbing their food and working on their knife-throwing skills. There are certain types of food you wouldn't even be able to eat without a fork. And good luck to anyone trying to eat spaghetti with a knife. It would just slip right off. I wish I'd never learned to master the fork, though. When I was a baby, I really enjoyed being fed by someone else. Here comes the train. Choo-choo. Once you learn to feed yourself, everyone expects you to keep doing it. But I'm looking forward to the day when a robot can feed me and I can free up my hands while I'm eating again. No, no. The menus and the silverware weren't the only things that were different about the country club. At Corny's, the waiters wear cowboy hats and overalls with holes in them. But at the country club, the waiters were dressed in tuxedos and looked like they were going to a wedding. Each server had a different thing they were in charge of. There was even one guy whose whole job was to use a knife to scrape crumbs off the tablecloth. And I made sure to create lots of crumbs so that guy felt like he was earning his money. They even had people working in the bathroom. One guy's job was to hand you a little towel to dry your hands after you washed them, which seemed a little odd to me. In fact, at first, I didn't even realize that he was a restaurant employee. I thought he was just some random person who was hanging out near the sink, which is why I reported him to the manager. For an appetizer, the waiter brought us bowls of soup. I don't know what was in it. It was really delicious. I remembered reading that in some countries, the way you show your appreciation to your server is by slurping your soup. But I got the feeling that's not the way you're supposed to do things at the Jefferson's Country Club. When I slurped, no one was very impressed. When it came time to order the main course, I couldn't believe how expensive everything was. I tried to convince Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson to just give me the money they would have spent on my meal instead, because there was a lot I could do with that kind of cash. But Mr. Jefferson told me not to worry about how much things cost and to pick something from the menu I thought I'd enjoy. I couldn't decide between lobster tail and steak, though, so I ordered both. The main course took a long time to come, and while we were waiting for our dinner, the waiter kept refilling our breadstick basket. So by the time my two main courses arrived, I was totally stuffed. So I told the waiter to take my main courses back. I'm hoping that there's a restaurant like that on Ready Neck Island, because I don't feel like I've had the full fancy dining experience yet. Hopefully, when I get home, the Jeffersons will invite me back to their country club, because there were a few items on the dessert menu that looked like they were to die for. I let the Jeffersons know how much I appreciated that meal by letting out a huge hoot on the way home. Saturday. Mom said her favorite part of her family vacations to Ready Neck Island was the ferry ride over. But that was the thing I was dreading the most. First of all, I've heard stories about killer whales randomly attacking boats, and a bunch of people screaming while whales crunch and smash our ferry doesn't sound like a great way to kick off a vacation to me. But the thing I was even more nervous about is pirates. Because Mom said that back in the old days, Redneck Island was a notorious pirate hideout. Dad said it's been a long time since pirates sailed the seas around these parts, but I was worried that there could still be a few stragglers who never got the message to quit. And those guys are going to be pretty ticked off when they realize they've been missing out on things like cell phones and soft serve ice cream all these years. Whenever you see a movie about pirates, there's always some kid on board whose job is to swallow the decks or climb up into the crow's nest to be on the lookout for other ships. But I'd be totally useless in a job like that. I have a fear of heights, so I couldn't work as a lookout. I'd get seasick if I had to mop the deck while the ship was moving, and I'm pretty sure I'd be lousy at playing the fight. So they'd probably toss me overboard after a day or two. I figured the kids on those ships didn't choose to be pirates, which means they were kidnapped. And ever since I was little, I've been worried that could happen to me. When I turned 6 years old, my mother booked a harbor cruise for my birthday as a surprise. But when I saw the boat waiting at the dock with a bunch of party pirates on it, I had a total meltdown. Shriek! So Mom got tickets for a boat that didn't have a pirate theme, called Manatee Encounter. And I thought we were safe. But the pirate crews caught up with us in the harbor and spoofed us with their water cannon. So I spent the rest of my birthday walking around in wet clothes. There are other things to worry about besides whales and pirates, though. We just wrapped up our unit on Greek mythology in school, and the thing those stories make clear is that the gods don't like people going where they don't belong. So before we step on the ferry this afternoon, I took a minute to show some proper respect by saying to the sea, "O mighty Poseidon, please grant me safe passage into your kingdom." At first it was smooth sailing, but when the wind picked up in the middle of the ride and the waves got choppy, I was pretty nervous we might capsize. It was so rocky that half the people on board got sick. In fact, there were so many people throwing up overboard, I was afraid I might do it myself. I went inside to get away from everyone on deck, but the main cabin was like a hospital ward, which meant there was no place for me to escape. The ferry ride was only 3 hours, but it felt more like 3 days. And when we finally safely reached the shore, there was no one happier to be on dry land than me. I even kissed the pier. We took a cab into town, which turned out to be a mistake. There were so many pedestrians clogging the road that we couldn't even move, and nobody seemed concerned they were blocking traffic. Mom was getting anxious about how long it was taking because the sun was going down and it was starting to get dark. Plus, she had the only key, and she wanted to get to the house before her sisters did. So, after sitting in traffic for half an hour, she decided she had enough. We took our suitcases out of the trunk and walked the 1.5 miles to our beach house, which wasn't easy with all the stuff we were carrying. On top of that, Mom didn't seem to know where she was going. I guess there'd been a lot of development on the island since she was there with her family on their last trip, and it took her a long time to find the beach house where they used to stay. Mom took out the key to unlock the door, but it was cracked open, and we were surprised to discover that Aunt Gretchen and her twins were inside and had already made themselves at home. Aunt Gretchen was stretched out in the living room, filing her toenails, and the twins were beating each other with couch cushions. Aunt Gretchen said they got there a half hour earlier, and since the door was locked, they crawled in through the bathroom window. Then they put their stuff in the biggest bedroom, which Mom had been reserving for our family. I guess Mom didn't want to start that trip with a fight, so she just let Aunt Gretchen's family have the master bedroom. But the next biggest room was already occupied by Aunt Veronica and her dog, Dazzle, who were both in the middle of a nap after a long day of traveling. surprised that Aunt Veronica made the trip, since she lives in the city with her dog, and the two of them almost never leave their apartment. That's because Dazzle is famous, and she can't really go out in public anymore. The way it happened is a little nuts. Aunt Veronica makes videos for the internet telling people how to invest their money, and sometimes Dazzle would walk through the background while Aunt Veronica was live streaming. But once her followers started noticing the dog, that's all they wanted to see. They'd leave comments like, "There's that dog again. What breed is that? Apricot pug, I think. OMG, I need one." Aunt Veronica saw an opportunity, so she dropped the whole investment advice thing and just made videos about her pet. And within a year, Dazzle had 3.7 million followers and a line of merchandise that people can purchase online, including Dazzle mugs, Dazzle shirts, Dazzle pencils, and Dazzle phone cases. It turns out that when you've got millions of followers, companies will send you free products so that you use them in your videos. After a while, Dazzle got so much free stuff that Aunt Veronica had to move to a bigger apartment just to handle all the packages of treats and dog food that were coming in. But being a social media star comes with a lot of pressure, too. Aunt Veronica has to film Dazzle around the clock because when she's not streaming, she feels like she's losing money. Even meal times have to be properly lit and mic'd. I guess Aunt Veronica decided she couldn't do it all by herself anymore, though, so she hired a whole team of people to help her. And before long, Dazzle had a groomer, a photographer, a videographer, and one person whose only job was to keep the dog's nose wet. But fame's got a dark side, because crowds of people started showing up outside Aunt Veronica's apartment to get a glimpse of Dazzle. Apparently, you can make money selling candid shots of celebrities, and Aunt Veronica has to worry about someone taking an embarrassing picture of Dazzle they consult with some sleazy magazine. When they have to go out so Dazzle can do her business, they cower under a giant umbrella. But a person can only keep their guard up for so long. And lately, people have been finding creative ways of getting unflattering photos by doing crazy things like hiding in trash cans. A few weeks ago, Aunt Veronica had to move again to an apartment on the other side of the city with better security. But the new place was too far out of the way for the dog's team, and they started quitting one by one. By then, Dazzle's groomer was pretty famous herself, and she opened her own salon. But from what I heard, all of her people haircuts look like pet haircuts. She should have stuck with giving haircuts to dogs. Mom says Aunt Veronica wishes she'd never turned her dog into a social media star, because it's made both of their lives miserable. And I guess they've been looking forward to getting away and staying out of the public eye for a while. But that's not going to be easy. Right before the trip started, Aunt Veronica posted a fake picture of Dazzle in front of the Eiffel Tower to throw Dazzle's followers off the scent. But Aunt Veronica was a little sloppy with her photo editing, which is why the dog ended up with 5 paws. So now everyone on the internet has a theory about what's going on with the dog, and they're more curious about her than ever. The comments say things like, 5 paws. I saw that too. What are they trying to hide? Pregnant? Personally, I think the whole social media thing is a little crazy. There's one guy online who films himself unboxing kitchen appliances, and he got so many followers, he was able to quit his day job. Back in olden times, people had lots of kids so they could work on the family farm. But if I ever have kids of my own, I'm going to put them to work being social media influencers. And the second they're born, they're going to have a camera in their face. The only reason I haven't tried becoming an influencer myself is because I don't have a phone. And that's pretty embarrassing because both of my